How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of TK's Parking Lot Picks, Driving Edition. Today I am on my way to work, but figured I can get a video in after I got some good research done on our 12-game slate today. Today is September 15th, a Tuesday. Got a lot of good stuff coming for you at FSIDFS.com. It's major week. PGA video just dropped last night. Really excited about that. It's going to be some carnage out there, so you're going to need to know some golfers that can help you avoid the bogeys and help you get some of the birdies that are going to be much needed in our lineups this week. NFL recap was done yesterday. Had a really good week. Make sure you stay tuned for that content coming out later this week for week 2. So a lot of good things coming up ahead and a lot of things to be excited about. As always, like and subscribe our videos, and we will always get back to you as we do with the best content we can give you. All right, let's jump in. First pitcher on the slate is Yu Darvish at 11-3. That's a hefty price tag, but as you can see, Yu Darvish has been playing his absolute best this year. He's facing an Indians team that is one of the worst against both sides of the platoon. Cleveland has had issues scoring runs as of late, and Yu Darvish has been limiting runs at an alarming clip. Last time out, he went 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 9 Ks. That's him not being sharp this year. That was in a loss versus Cincinnati. 9 Ks and a loss. I'll take that. I mean, I know we're going to need a little bit more upside tonight for Yu Darvish, but like I said, the Indians are really struggling. Notice there wasn't a total. So maybe some wind factoring in. That's something to monitor. I'll have to get to you guys in the Discord later today with that final analysis on whether or not the wind's blowing out. If the wind's blowing out in Chicago, it's going to be really, really tough to fit those pitchers in, given the volatility of how the weather does play in Chicago when that happens and how the balls fly out of the ballpark. So that being said, we could jump into the other side. If the wind is blowing in, I don't mind Carrasco for GPPs tonight. 10-5 versus this Cubs lineup. Last time we saw him, he went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 1 run, no walks, which is good. Carrasco's been plagued by the walks this year, so it was good to see him not have any in his last outing. Only 6 Ks versus KC. Carrasco has been struggling with some of his command this year, but he is starting to figure it out as the season goes on. It's been a while for him to get back on the mound. Last year he was battling leukemia, so it was good to see him get a full season, kinda, in a way, but get a good, at least, half season. Now he's starting to pitch like the Carrasco of old. 10-5, kind of probably a steep price tag, but don't mind him for GPPs if that wind is blowing in and not out. Next up, we got Zach Davies, 9,600, facing off against the Dodgers today. Not really a guy I like to target when the price starts to get up there, but from what I've seen, he's shown the ability to get some Ks. Used to be a guy that could barely reach the 4 to 5K mark, but now he's starting to get 6 to 7 to 8 Ks while also producing a really high 60% ground ball rate. So I do like Zach Davies versus the Dodgers today. Not really a team I like to target, but Davies, like I said, pitching really well. I might need them savings too for cash games as we have cores on this slate. So I was really looking into Zach Davies as SP1. So I could get a solid, consistent pitcher along with the core bats that we need. But that'll all come down to how the lineups come out. But yeah, don't mind Zach Davies SP1 if we get the wind blowing out in Wrigley. Next up, we have Dane Dunning, 7,600 versus the Minnesota Twins. This rookie is pretty good. Righty, big power righty. He is facing off against the Twins, but the White Sox have been taking it to the entire Central this year. They got a really good shot at winning the division. It looks like they're going to get backed up with some run support. Dobnik hasn't been as sharp as of late, but Dunning could be in line for another win. Last time out, he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks versus Pittsburgh. I would like to see the K numbers come up, but with his price tag, solid 6 innings and a win will definitely do, especially with Coors on the slate. We want to try to fit in all those expensive bats, and cheap guys like Dooning are a way to do it. That'll bring up Danny Duffy, 7,700 last time out, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. He was a man of floors last time out, but I like Duffy. In a small GPP. Duffy has the ability to go, solid 6 innings, maybe 5 Ks, maybe not get you a win and still get there, but he also has the ability to go, 1 2/3 and give up 8 runs. So you never know what you're going to get with Duffy. I don't mind him today. This is going to bring me to my punt and probably my 100% pitcher of the day, Deivi Garcia. 6,800 versus Toronto. Last time out against that same Toronto team, won 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks. Looks like a solid prospect for the Yankees. Garcia, decent K rate for AAA last year. I think he could replicate that same performance versus Toronto, who likes to strike out. And definitely not a team that I'm ever scared against targeting. It doesn't look like they're extremely hot. This game is in New York, not Buffalo. So I don't mind Deivi Garcia for my lineups today, cash and or GPPs. So that'll bring up some hitting. Next up we got, first game we have Mets versus Jake Arrieta. Arrieta's definitely a guy we can target with the lefties or righties. I mean, he's a guy that can kind of get blown up. 9.5 total. We got the Mets favored away at Philadelphia. Kind of suggests that the Mets are in a crush spot. Dominic Smith, Pete Alonso, Robinson Cano. This Mets team's hitting pretty well this year. They got that Jimenez, going to be a cheap shortstop option. So I really like the Mets here for a GPP stack versus Arrieta. Next up, we got Atlanta, Baltimore, 10 total. Atlanta facing off against Eshelman. Baltimore versus Yanoa. Baltimore absolutely crushed last night. They scored up to 15 runs last night versus the Atlanta Braves. I really like this spot. I think you could go, if this is the spot you want, if there was a spot other than Coors that you really wanted to target bats for cash games, I think Atlanta, Baltimore would be the one. I think, you got Freeman. He came in late with a home run, kind of saved me in some cash games last night. And then he had, the Baltimore stack on the GPP side, like I had mentioned, really paid off. So, going to go right back to that probably maybe in cash, definitely in GPPs. Next up, we got the Angels versus Bumgarner, 10 total. Bumgarner, absolute shit show this year. Just giving up hard contact, home runs, walks, singles, plethora of runs, you name it. Angels got the big boppers like Trout, Rendon, David Fletcher. Looks like Andrelton Simmons is back. So the Angels will look really healthy right now, and they're going to get a really terrible pitcher in Bumgarner. So I don't mind that stack at all. Next up, we got our Coors game. A's versus Senzatella, and you got the Rockies versus Manaea, 11 total. What more to say other than cram your Coors bats? This is just an obvious spot to get your righties versus Manaea, and then you can go either side of the platoon with the A's. Matt Olson and Coors seems like a really fun time. Guy who loves to hit fly balls. Guy who likes to hit the ball out of the ballpark. So there you go. And I'm at work. What perfect timing. All right, guys. You have a fun day today. Be sure to check out this video. Like and subscribe this video. All right. Thanks. Have a good day.